Late, Randy believes in eternal damnation, that hell's actually a place of loneliness and despair and punishment. And I realize that not all Christians believe this. I personally think, and maybe it's just my fundamentalist 30 years conservative Christian upbringing, but I actually think that the traditional view of hell is the correct one, according to the scriptures. And so that all these Christians who believe that everyone goes to heaven, I think they're wrong according to the Bible. I think the Christians who say that God won't send, or that people will not end up in a place called hell, but they'll just poof, they're gone. I think they're wrong. But I completely understand why Christians take this view. It kind of helps make their God look less like a schmuck. This is the real problem of evil and I'll make the claim right now that I think every single Christian listening to me is going to agree with. If Yahweh did not create anything, there would be no evil, there would be no sin, and there would be no suffering. Full stop. I dare a Christian to disagree with me on that one. If Yahweh created absolutely nothing, no angels, no universe, nothing, it's just Yahweh, would there be any evil, any sin, or any suffering? We're done at this point. That's the problem of evil. The problem of evil is that your God chose to create in the first place. Imagine one world. When I say world, put that in quotes, okay? That just has Yahweh in it and nothing else. Can you imagine that? Imagine your God, all the attributes of your God. Oh, he's all loving. He's all good. He's all powerful. He's all knowing. So get that in your head, okay? Imagine that world, just Yahweh and nothing else. Now, imagine a world with Yahweh in it, but angels, demons, humans, sin, evil, pain, suffering. Now ask yourself this question. Which world's better? Be honest. Which world is better? Yes, you have Yahweh in this world over here with the pain, evil, and suffering. But here, can you get better than all loving? Can you get better than all good? Can you get better than all powerful, all knowing? Can you get better with zero sin? Here's no sin. Here's sin. We have two worlds, and one world you can't get any better. You can't get any better because it's Yahweh alone. In this other world, there's ways Christians can get around this problem, of course. And ironically, the way Christians get around this problem is to have their God look a little bit like me. In order to get around the problem of suffering, Yahweh has to become like PineCreek. He has to be a pretty good predictor on things, but not perfect. In fact, he gets some things wrong. He sometimes gets surprised. You have to weaken this God's omniscience. In order to solve this problem, you know what they have to do? They have to say, well, Yahweh's a little bit like PineCreek because PineCreek's a little needy. He needs people to watch him on live stream because he likes the adulation. He likes people saying, "Good job, Doug." He's a little needy. And Yahweh's a little needy. He needs to be loved. He needs to show his love. He loves it when people worship him. It makes him feel good. Oh, and another thing, in order for them to solve this problem, they have to say, some of them at least, say that, Yahweh's like PineCreek. He doesn't have free will. He had to create. Yes, Doug, if Yahweh never created, there would be no evil, pain, and suffering. But he had no choice. He had to do it, Doug. He had to do it. It's part of his nature. He's compelled to create. So if you're a Christian listening, my guess is you agreed with the problem of evil. If God created nothing, there would be no pain, evil, and suffering. But he really didn't know what was going to happen, or his love is not really the fullest unless it's shared, Doug. So that, he's perfect love, but it could even be better if he shares it. You got to kind of weaken his omniscience a little, his omnipotence a little. Or you can say he just had to do it. He had no choice. Or you can use all three. That'd be my recommendation for you to solve that problem of evil. Embrace all three. This God, if he's all loving, would not create a single thing because he doesn't need to. He could go golfing in some cosmic realm and be completely at peace. Is God like, oh, now that I have creation, I feel complete? Christians, do you think that that's the way God is? Now that I have created, I can stop this desperate search?